name is Jennifer Fleck. I'm a candidate for state representative in House District 47 in Travis County. I got involved in the issue of sex education as a concerned parent in 2012. I have stayed involved in this issue as a parent, an attorney, and as a legislative activist. Historically, the differences in sex education have focused on two different teaching approaches, called comprehensive sex education and sexual risk avoidance. Comprehensive sex education focuses on risk reduction while advocating for safe sexual activity. Sexual risk avoidance aligns with Texas law and educates students on the health benefits of avoiding unhealthy risk. Based on my observation, the topic of sex education is changing. It is no longer about sex education and sexual orientation, but it is equally about gender ideology, an ideology that seeks social change with insufficient medical evidence of long-term effects, an ideology that is willing to sacrifice children on the altar of a harmful social agenda. Why have cases of children declaring that they are in the wrong body almost quadrupled in the past 4 years? This is a serious question with devastating ramifications. Gender dysphoria is a highly complex problem with many social, emotional, and mental causes. Confusion about gender is not just accompanied by dress up and a name change or even same-gender sexual partners, all of which can change if a child changes his or her mind. Transition services, however, progress to medical and surgical intervention with insufficient or no attention to the serious, irreversible damage this can cause, and with very disturbingly superficial attitudes to the issue of consent in young children. Minors under the age of 18 cannot legally enter into a contract. Children cannot legally or smoke in the state of Texas under the age of 21. Minors cannot legally consent to sex under the age of 18. Minors cannot serve in the military. These laws are put into place to protect minors from their own decisions also, but from predators. Why then would society, school, encourage, affirm, and advocate that a child that likely or does not understand the long-term ramifications of changing his or her gender, again, a decision that has irreversible consequences? The schools have not thought this through to its devastating conclusion. Do advocates who assert tolerance and inclusion understand what gender transitioning really means? Do you know that studies show that gender reassignment hormones can result in infertility in men and women, girls and boys? Is this what sex educators in schools have in mind when they talk about tolerance and inclusion? That they may affirm a child whose brain has little or no ability to appreciate the impact of their short-term decisions on their long-term future? Do schools know that by affirming a child's thought that they may be in the wrong body might lead to surgery that alters their genitalia and other body parts that include the following? For males, the testicles and most of the penis is removed. For females, the breasts and ovaries are removed, and a penis-like appendage is constructed by using tissue from a young lady's arm. If a child wanted to cut themselves, would we allow it? What are we allowing in this generation? Studies show that transsexuals after surgery have considerably higher risk for mortality, suicidal behavior, and psychiatric morbidity than the rest of the population. Austin ISD's proposed sex education is full of confusing gender ideology lessons that affirm this destructive confusion. Lessons that include suggesting that elementary children stop using pronouns like boy and girl and mom and dad. Discussion topics that include gender identity, gender expression, and non-binary spectrum of identities. This is an unhealthy agenda that's destructive and confusing to young people today. It is harmful to purposely confuse children about their identity. This is neither healthy nor safe. Families are trusting our schools to protect, direct, and guide children to their best possible academic and healthy outcomes. Austin ISD, is this your best?